Hey, lean in. I got a secret to tell you that could save your life. Are you listening? Come on, get just a little bit closer. This is important. The whole system is fucking rotting from corruption. Listen, my name is Patrick Lovell. I'm an independent documentary filmmaker. I'm a producer. I'm a guy that actually bleeds red, white, and blue. And I cannot believe what a fucking horrific mess this country is in because you, the people, do not understand what's happened to you. I've got this vision. We've got to come together to create a mass movement to purge corruption. My hope is that we can generate millions upon millions of people equipped with the truth to meet on the Washington Mall on November 1st, 2022, a week before the midterms. And if we have enough people, I want to march right down to the DOJ, and I want millions of us to chant, con, con, con. And then I want the other half of us, if we don't all do it together, and millions of us to surround the Federal Reserve and chant the con, con, con. Now the question is, what I just said should be pretty much illuminating for a whole lot of you out there. When I talk to you, it's amazing how many more thousands of people we're just talking to today than we did yesterday, and we're now up to millions upon millions of people who have been checking these things out. That means the entire screen might be covered with people wanting to know more. But the question is, what do you know? So let's ask a couple of questions here. So to the gentleman in the upper left-hand corner of the screen, can you please tell us why you have your hand up? Because you seem pretty adamant to tell us your version of how corruption works. Interesting point. Really not bad. He's got some of it, but it's not nearly the entirety of what's going on. How about that really nice woman down in the lower right-hand corner holding her baby? You seem to be very adamant about the future of your child, and you want things to be better, and you've got ideas, but you don't know exactly how to put it together. Meanwhile, I see people all over the place waving their brand of flag. They've got their issue, they've got their answers, and nobody else is going to be able to penetrate what their priorities are because everybody is scrambling around in circles to be heard with this monumental, insane noise that's mostly bullshit. Our entire system of media, doesn't matter what frickin' brand of ice cream you lick, whether it's the right-wing punk-ass bitch Tucker Carlson, and I'd say that to his face tomorrow, or the woman who I think has betrayed journalism more than anybody in my lifetime, Miss Rachel Maddow, who is smart enough and has enough resources to get it right, but boy, has she got it wrong the entire time. What's happening as we approach the midterms, my friends? We've got two choices. I call it the new robber barons versus the new Confederacy, and I consider that a non-choice. But what about the rest of you? Do you know what it is? It's either you're with Trump or you're completely against Trump. Now here's the situation. Trump and everything I've seen, and then some, makes it out that this guy is a befuddling madman idiot that basically got sucked into a situation that more intelligent guys put together on his behalf, that he played his role, that basically was a coup d'etat led by white supremacists. Okay? That's unacceptable. To steal a fucking election. Did Donald Trump defraud the United States? Oh yeah, you bet your ass he did. But guess what? He came from the era and the system on this side of the equation, which we might consider the blues, that blew it so fucking bad that they ended up creating what led to this. The whole point is, it's corruption. And it doesn't matter what your story is, it doesn't matter what your beef is, it doesn't matter what you want to see happen in this world. If we don't arrest corruption, none of it gets fixed. And we literally have answers to every problem that we're facing. We'll never get it exactly right. That's an impossibility because humans aren't meant to be perfect. But we're a lot better than this is. And it's incumbent upon us, my friends. Why? Because we're citizens. Because we have been bestowed, honored with generations of sacrifice to give us all an opportunity to weigh in on what our country's supposed to do. But as we all know, that has been taken from us. It's been raped from us. And we've got to get it back. The only way we can get it back is if we've got millions upon millions of people equipped with the truth to be able to rise in unison, to unite, to overwhelm the noise pollution of deception, which they're all in on. There's no good guy. They're all in it for themselves at your expense. The entire system is pissing on your head, telling you it's rain. How do I know? Because I was there myself. I was there when my life was nearly destroyed by the system of corruption that led to my insatiable curiosity and my tenacious and committed being to never accept evil. Deception is evil. Fraud is evil. It is no way to run a country of liberty and justice for all that we depend on the integrity of law. The founders of this country created separation of powers. You got the Supreme Court of the United States, Congress, and the executive branch, supposedly, presumably, with equal levels of power to do certain things, but none have absolute power because absolute power corrupts absolutely. We knew that 246 years ago. The bottom line is we don't know it now. You have got to wise up. We've put together literally 5 hours of the truth and the con at www.thecon.tv. And if that's not enough for you, we got another 20, 30 hours of the new untouchables. You put those two things together, you've got the inroads to understand what this entire system has hid from you that's created the mess that we're in. If you don't want to spend all that time, check me out on YouTube at Patrick Lovell Truth Bombs the Con, or of course on TikTok as we do these truth bombs. But I know, because I see it every single day, there is an absolute desperation from people like you out there who desperately need to understand how you're getting fucked. I'm the guy that's going to deliver that to you. And I'm doing it because I believe above all else, and I'm willing to go the distance. I've sacrificed my life for this. To win. We've got to beat the vultures of evil. We've got to knock out the deceptive kings of con. And we've got to make the truth more powerful than the sea of lies that we're all in the midst of. We can do that if millions of us get to Washington, D.C., on the mall, and I literally believe that if we surrounded the Department of Justice and the Federal Reserve and we chanted con, 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 and if we can get back to the to the Lincoln Memorial, and we got to do this all by the book with all of the with all of the basically doing what it takes to be able to protest under those types of circumstances. But we got to get millions upon millions of people, and if we can get everybody back to the mall, I will introduce to you the most important, profound minds that come from the Department of Justice, that come from the SEC, the Securities and Exchange Commission, that come from the FBI, not to mention AGs around the country and people that got it right, and they know how to beat this system using the tools that this country has. We just need the critical mass of people to be engaged, to act as citizens, to be able to overwhelm the corruption. Because if we don't, the system will continue to murder you and your children and the future of sustainability and democracy and the legality or the integrity of law and everything that's worth living for. Because you can't have freedom. You can't have a rising tide raises all ships. You can't have dynamism. You can't achieve the American dream when the system is this insanely corrupt. We need patriots to rise and meet the moment. Join us. Onwards and upwards.